My fat ass up.
So,
can I sit? Can I sit first? Jeez. Fucking running me like a horse. That's right. What's next on the list is fucking Poltergeist.
oh Lord.
I don't know. See, I didn't really get the full experience because, unfortunately, I went to go watch this at a theater. It's no nice way to say it.
An infamous. You want me to say it's probably less of a blow?
I guess. Go for it.
He went to go see the Poltergeist remake at the... we know it as the Magic Johnson Theater in Baldwin Hills, but it's called The Rave now. And if you know anything about that theater, you know that it's a wonderful experience watching movies there.
It was the worst experience that I ever had watching a movie. Because you got people, and this is both our people, this is both Latinos and black people, screaming at the fucking screen, fucking yelling,
no
throwing
kind of
stuff.
home training or nothing.
No, nothing at all. Every like silent part when something's gonna happen, I heard someone go yelling like, "Oh, don't go in there, bitch!" Or like, "No puta!" Or like all this stuff. And I was just like, "Fucking hey, dude." Unfortunately, in this remake, they didn't have the character, the psychic.
Oh, the
the
lady with the weird voice.
The lady with the weird voice. I forget her name. They had instead someone else. Oh, what was his name? He's kind of like that British, Scottish actor. I'm trying to think of a. Oh, have you seen Sherlock Holmes, the Guy Ritchie films?
Yeah.
Have you seen the second one?
Was he Moriarty?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like him. He's actually really good.
Yeah, he's in the movie. He's in Poltergeist. He's the one, like the ghost hunter and stuff like that.
It's like, why remake that?
True. Why remake it? I think that what they were trying to do was try to make it to more modern times because it has to do. Because, she gets trapped in the TV and stuff. So she does again, but there's more connections. Now it's on the phone, too.
Well, because it's the digital age.
Yeah, it's the digital age, so it's all that stuff. And
that's kind of lame.
Well, how else are you going to reconnect the two people?
Just don't make it. Don't make a movie. That's how you reconnect.
Well, then no one's going to... Well, people... Whatever. The next one is Insidious 3. I love horror movies. That's why there's plenty of them in here. That's one of, I think it's the least represented movie genre.
Yeah.
Can I say that? Yeah, it is.
Or rather that there's not very like good horror movies anymore.
Right.
It's so saturated that it's
underrated. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Underrated.
It's invisible because it's so saturated now.
But nowadays, but then you get some really good ones. Insidious 3 wasn't. I felt like I was setting it up for something good, but not a good movie because who cares?
These movies come off to me too was Insidious one I heard was it was like okay.
It's about more of a demon.
And then now you just have to make 7 million of them.
Yeah. Just
like Paranormal Activity 1 was okay, and now we have to have 6 of them.
There's just for the wow factor. I get it. There's just for the wow factor and trying to make money. But, it's unfortunate that they get titled more as horror movies when they're more kind of like suspense. And horror movies, I think, have more... Their roots come more in telling kind of... Or demonstrating, like, the perverse nature of humanity. And trying to see us stumble through it. Like, just like the original like Night of the Living Dead has elements about like
because that story is not really about the zombies. It's about when they get trapped in the house.
Yeah, and it's about
how these people react.
How they react, but it's also about their morals and their state of how they are as people and kind of them navigating, and the horror element is kind of reflecting that. Spy.
Oh, Spy was a revelation for me. I can't stand Melissa McCarthy. Just like I liked her in Bridesmaids, but after that she just became like this like overused character and is demeaning because it's always fat jokes and all this stuff. And this movie is set up in a way where I think she took all of that. She knows that people are getting tired of her bullshit, and she created a movie. I think she had a hand in creating this too. She created a movie that addresses all those problems. Like her characters are usually bumbling and like accidentally saving the day because she's falling all over the place and she accidentally pressed a button and it shot somebody. In this, her partner is
Jason
Statham, and Jason Statham is actually the idiot, but he's like a machismo I'm a man, so I'm gonna be able to. But he fucks up everything in this movie, and she's actually very capable in this movie. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that movie is the turning of the stereotype that she's created for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was pretty cool, and it was interesting to watch. It was a good movie.
Oh, Trainwreck.
Okay.
Now we get to talk
this
about
to him.
Amy Schumer. I don't know. I don't find her funny. I don't. And it's not because, she's, I guess she has funny moments. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
She has funny moments. But like she's just tries too hard to be gross. Her delivery doesn't fit the grossness that she's doing.
Not that you're saying a woman shouldn't be saying things.
No. A woman can say whatever she wants. I'm talking about the delivery and her personality and trying to say it.
It comes off as artificial, like she's trying to gross you up. As far as the movie though, was it well directed or?
It was okay. Surprisingly, what was amazing was LeBron James.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I didn't really expect him to be actually good.
He's in a lot of the film.
He's in a big portion of the film. I'm yeah, because he's Bill Hader's best friend, and so, but sometimes the crossover between an athlete and cinema doesn't really work. How can you describe her? If you had to describe her,
Amy Schumer. I was a big fan of the first season of her TV show. There are reasons why I think I was that I can't disclose here because I have a job, but there was something that changed my perspective of how funny I thought he was. And then once I stopped doing those things, I tried to introduce it to a friend of ours. He was actually on the show, Gabriel Ramirez, and I played it up to him. I was like, "Yeah, man, she's funny. She's like a revelation." And I played it for him, and he just wasn't feeling it. And then I sat there and I thought, I don't think I am too. I find Sarah Silverman outrageously funny in all things that she does. Do you find Sarah Silverman funny?
I do find her funny.
They're kind of the same shtick.
Then what is
difference?
It about? Because she's blonde. No, this is a good discussion because like I feel like myself to be, I don't want to say that I'm not flawed, but I think when it comes to men and women and gender and stuff, like I'm pretty observant and pretty, saying, hey, yeah, there's supposed to be there's equality and have chances and all that stuff.
And you shouldn't be politically correct. So politically correct that if you don't find her funny, you're scared to say it.
Right.
We don't find her funny.
I just don't find her funny.
But we find Sarah Silverman funny.
I find Sarah
and
Silverman
it's the same shtick,
funny.
so it's kind of like
what's going on? Why is it that I don't find Amy Schumer funny?
Yeah. I think maybe Sarah Silverman just has more of a heart to what she's doing. So it probably goes back to what you're saying.
You don't think Amy? Yeah, because I think I don't hear the heart in her delivery. Like I don't hear like the reasons why or the push to say things. I think she just says things to shock people to say it. She really got propelled quickly.
Yeah.
Like it was really out of nowhere. I was like, who the hell is this person?
Well, that show was very super popular the minute it came out. And then this movie just made her explode. It wasn't until you started seeing articles about her on Yahoo and stuff like that.
And this girl just came out of nowhere. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be that easy. But when it does happen, you question why. And it's just because maybe it's a regurgitation. She's saying these things when people else have said it, and other people have still saying it for a long time.
She just so happened to be at the right place at the right time.
So now we're going to Pixels.
Oh, I saw Pixels.
I didn't see this shit.
Yeah, that was.
I told you not to see it. I told you.
I wanted to see it just to see what the hoopla was. It was a piece of shit. It was exactly what people were saying.
Let's use another, adjective.
It was It was a segment of excrement. Is Adam Sandler again just shitting all over the place in the movie? I would literally want to see him shit all over the place in the movie. It would be a lot more entertaining. This is
just him an hour of him shitting.
Yeah, and it would be so much more entertaining and intellectually compelling. This movie is built for the lowest common denominator because he thinks we're so stupid.
But we are.
I don't think audiences are that stupid. And you see, it was a disaster. That movie.
I see.
It
tanked.
Every movie should have a certain level of each character should have a motivation. It should at least be the illusion that these are real people and these are the things that they're gonna do, based on the kind of people that they are. This thing literally has people feeling one way in the same scene, and then all of a sudden feeling the opposite way, just because the plot needs to be pushed along, to the point of like in the next scene, me and you need to fight, but I'm happy with you right now. But now, just like right now, I'm angry at you because in the next scene we need to fight. Like there's no like motivation for anything. These are not characters, and it's like watching Adam Sandler act. That's the best way that I can. Instead of watching a character in a movie, I'm watching Adam Sandler act. Does that make sense? And everyone's awful in it. Josh Gad is the worst. I don't know if that's his choice or that was what was asked of him in the script, but like his level of comedy is just like screaming. Like he just screams things at people, and that's supposed to be funny. And I don't like. There's nobody on this earth who could have found that movie funny.
He's just screaming.
He screams, yeah. Like if I just started screaming at you right now, that was what was funny about his character. I didn't learn until I got bored with the movie and I started Wikipediaing it while I was watching it. Is that this was based off of some guy made a short film about what if video game characters attacked the Earth. And it was like a beautiful film. I watched it. It's a very interesting thing. And then they just turned it into
an called Pixel?
No, it was called something else. We'll probably look it up later. But it was just a short little demonstration of visual effects. And they turned it into an Adam Sandler movie. Like, that's the level of, like they don't need anything to turn anything to... Ugh. This is a bad movie. Pixels was a bad movie.
On a lighter note, Inside Out, another kind of little animation film. I didn't see this movie because I'm kind of done with Pixar.
You have a right to be.
I'm just not just because it's just.
Or why? Why are you done?
I'm done because they keep cycling these fucking sequels.
Yeah.
Now it's like Toy Story 4. It's Cars 3. You know, I guess they're trying to fill these gaps for like more authentic stories, but even the authentic stories are just like the same premise.
So it is the premise was absolutely fascinating, and it just turned out to be.
How is it absolutely fascinating? Its feelings have feelings.
Yeah, well, it's just look. Initially, when I first heard about this movie, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. The way that they explained it, it was going to be like this revolutionary, just like exploration of how people feel and inside of someone's head, and then I watched it, and it was just about stereotypical cartoon versions of feelings that like would be in like a Saturday morning cartoon, and they do these Saturday morning cartoony things, and just everything was just so broad. Yeah. Anger was a man, so it's like saying, like, what does that mean, you know? And then envy or jealousy was a woman, so it's kind of like it was very like 50s sort of gender role play. But yeah, that was weird too, and it just not like everything felt flat. It was nothing spectacular about it.
The last one I really enjoyed was Up.
But see, that took risks. I think that's the other problem with Inside Out is it takes no risks. It's not so commercial that it's trying to make a bunch of toys, but it's like getting there. It's like the halfway process of getting there. And then the other thing I didn't like, Pixar has such a distinct animation style. I know I'm watching a Pixar movie when I'm watching it.
Different?
This could have just been from DreamWorks. Or
Really?
This just could have been from who else?
Oh, because it's not like
CGI movies.
Yeah.
It was just like whatever, you know. This could have been the people who did March of the Penguins. That's a real movie.
Happy Feet?
Yeah, Happy Feet.
March of the Penguins.
I don't know. It wasn't a bad film, but it just wasn't Pixar.
Next one is Vacation. I didn't see this.
It's a piece of shit.
Jesus. That's all you've been saying all day.
I'm just not going to say anything.
I'm going to lay down a little bit.
Alright, that's fine. I don't really have much to say about this movie. I like the first Vacation, but I'm not a big fan of it. I know people are like crazy about Vacation and Christmas Vacation. I never got it with those movies or any National Lampoon movies. I think they're the most unfunny movies ever. It was crude. It was mean. It was like just like dick jokes.
Ed Helms in there, right?
Yeah, poor guy. He don't deserve to be in that movie. And Christina Applegate's in that movie. It's like, baby, what are you doing?
You survived so much more than this.
Yeah, you survived cancer, and you in Vacation, the remake. They go back to Wally World, and so one of the jokes is that she says, "Why do you want to take us on a vacation you went on like 25 years ago?" And then he says, like, "Oh well, you know, it'll be our own vacation, and it'll stand up on its own because it'll have its own." Well, you know, trying to like justify why the movie exists, and then it continued just to be an awful movie. So why even mention that? Because at least, you know, that's embarrassing. Who cares about the Vacation series? I just don't understand what was the thought process of remaking this, but
Because Chevy Chase had a heart attack and needed some money.
Yeah, he's in it too, and he's just the saddest little thing.
Well, he's like kind of shunned right now. No one wants to work with him because he's grumpy.
He's been like that forever.
Been an ass. He's an ass.
No.
Like, dude, change your shit.
No.
You know? The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Wow. Surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. It's kind of very, very high risk taking a TV show from like the 70s and making it into an obscure TV show. It's obscure, not obscure.
Whatever.
It's obscure.
You.
TV show. Henry Cavill, Superman, and Armie Hammer as the Russian, the Russian KGB guy, and some girl I forgot. I don't know who she is, but whatever. But they basically, it's the formation of the team called U.N.C.L.E. Their code name. And it's kind of about America and Russia working together during like kind of the Cold War to stop.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, to stop nuclear armament.
Armament.
Yeah, I think it's
armament.
Nuclear armament of like certain countries and stuff like that, and one of them. So it's kind of just that tension, that whole Civil War tension. I mean Civil War. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of drained. The one thing that I kind of didn't really like was that they did this really weird cutscenes at certain times. Cause you know how it's based on the '70s show, right? So they have like that kind of weird, like if someone's defusing the bomb, they'll do a side by side. They do all that crap. It did that, and it did it like in cross sections too. Like you would see someone running, and then it would just be someone's face, and then someone else come down. They did that like during the
almost like comic book panels.
Yeah, like kind of not too like comic booky like Ann Lee's or Leanne. Oh, that's not his name. Ang Lee.
Oh, the Hulk movie. Yeah, they did that shit. Ann Lee.
I'm so tired. Yeah.
We're almost there.
Ang Lee's. Fucking when it was like that comic book crap. No, this one was like more movement and stuff, but it was just like all over the place. It was whatever. But it was good.
Finally, our last movie is something that I saw. I don't think you've seen it yet.
No.
American Ultra.
I'm probably not going to say it because I hate Jesse Eisenberg or whatever his name is.
You have a right to be.
I just don't like him as an actor because he plays the same thing over and over.
He's boring. He's just like one note. It's written by Max Landis. I know like Max Landis was complaining because the movie didn't do well.
Oh yeah, that whole controversy thing.
Yeah, and he was kind of blaming it on the audience. And after watching this movie, I just don't understand why he thought his movie was supposed to be a blockbuster. It's not terrible.
I don't think he thought it was supposed to be a blockbuster. I think but he makes up a good point sometimes.
Yeah.
He makes up a good point that American audiences today don't know what really they want.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And so trying something new is dangerous and risky. But
if they went to
But if they liked it, if they liked it, it pays off. The fact that they don't like it tells you that you didn't write a good story.
Yeah. There seems to be this weird thing with people in Hollywood where they just totally write off the audience. They say, "Oh, well, they don't know what it is they want."
It's kind of snooty.
But like almost like I would say 75% of the reaction from your art comes from the audience, and your audience is right. Like brevity is the soul of wit. If you make something that the majority of the people don't understand or don't find entertaining, the problem probably is that you didn't make something good enough. And I think this was an example of that. Like it was a movie, and it hit all the points it was supposed to, but it was just nothing spectacular about it.
What did you expect when you give us Kristen Stewart and Jesse Eisenberg? Two of the blandest actors that we have. Right?
Surprisingly, though, Kristen Stewart actually had a lot more range than I've ever seen in this movie. Because spoiler
probably
alert.
because she's out of her shell now and dating a woman.
Is she really?
She's like tall. How did you not know that she?
I don't follow her, that woman.
I'm pretty sure. Now I might be making the shit.
Oh, whatever.
I'm gonna look that up before.
Kristen Stewart is actually surprisingly a lot more likable in this movie. It's a spoiler alert, but she plays his girlfriend. The premise of the movie is that he is part of some sort of experiment by the FBI where they train people to be soldiers, but they don't know it, and you have to say a keyword.
So they're sleeper agents.
Yeah, they're sleeper agents. They have to say a phrase, and then and he's awakened, and it turns out that Kristen Stewart isn't even his girlfriend. Kristen Stewart is like his handler.
Oh shit!
And so she totally makes a 180 with her role, and I thought that was okay. That was convincing. But other than that, everyone was just irritating. Toby Maguire. That's not his name. Who's Eric from 70 Show?
Oh, Topher Grace.
Topher Grace was an irritating little shit in this movie. He just like it's just irritating, and just everything was irritating. Everything was just explosions, and John Leguizamo was irritating, and I don't know. If Max Landis is a wonderful talent. I loved Chronicle, and he has a little video essay that we like between our friends. We
the death
hold to high regard. The death of Superman.
The death and
I think it's just the death of Superman. But it's a video essay you can find. On YouTube.
Death and Return of Superman.
There you go, Death and Return. It's a video essay on YouTube. You can find it. I'll probably put a link or something below.
And of course, I don't know. Yeah, just when that whole controversy when this stuff started happening, the reason he sounded so whiny was because this motherfucker ranted on Twitter.
Yeah,
and Twitter is 144 characters, and you did like used up 10 different little posts. It's like, dude, did you really have to go through all that and just, like try to make your point?
I think that a lot of why he did that was to get attention for the movie. That's how it came off, because no one was talking about American Ultra, and no one would have talked about American Ultra until he did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just came off a little artificial for me. But yeah, it wasn't. It was not that great. We've made it to the end of our list.
Thank God.
Those of you who have watched our show, thanks for sticking with us through the year. We'll try to get better, and we'll try to get more people to.
I'm trying to. Yeah.
To watch. We're doing what we can, but thanks for everyone who's watched it. The year's almost over. What are you looking forward to?
Is that even a question?
Well, you're looking forward to the Peanuts movie. That's what you mean.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to watch Snoopy.
That's like the biggest movie of this year that's coming out.
Fuck you.
You know they're making 3 films of it.
Whatever. I'm just gonna ignore you. I can't wait till Star Wars.
So, yeah, I'm looking for a Peanuts movie. We were looking at Night Before. We can't wait for that. And Hateful Eight too is probably second right below Star Wars. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for joining us for this 2015 recap. We will see you probably next for Star Wars if we don't get to any other movies, and we're going to be doing it big for Star Wars. So please stay tuned. We'll probably review the older films, and we'll figure something out. It'll be a party. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Ugh, that was so long.